Good morning. We're going to give you about 30 seconds before we start, giving everybody a chance to connect, but we got about a minute left is all.
I don't think we even have a minute.
Well, it says 9:59.
Yeah, but who
Oh,
knows?
there we go.
10
10.
o'clock. Woo! We can start.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome, Bonneville County. We're excited to have you here. That you have just joined Breakfast with the Cooks, and it's live on Facebook.
Yep, and I'm Sherry, and this is my husband, Kevin. He is running for the Idaho State Senate in District 30.
And I am a conservative Republican. I am pro-education. I am passionate about our education. I am so grateful for the incredible teachers that our kids, our children have had through the years
Yeah.
that taught them and loved them and was involved with their lives. I'm grateful for the education that they received. I'm also pro-Second Amendment. It is something that I did growing up. Was taught about the Second Amendment, and we went out hunting, we went out target shooting, and again was taught about guns and why they're important as part of our Constitution. And we've included that in our family.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just since I announced that I was running, it's been part of our whole family, our whole lives. And in fact, even Sherry, she grew up and
With
had
guns.
a concealed weapon. And so it's just part of our lives. It isn't something that we just says, oh, this is politically good thing, let's announce it. And so it's not that way.
Oh, yeah. And I shared last week that our girls are better. Sorry, son-in-laws, we love you, but our girls are better marksmen than they are because it's something they grew up with. It's very important to us.
It's true. But I'm also pro-life. Um, about 4 weeks ago, we got an incredible endorsement for Idaho Chooses Life. And I believe that life starts with conception and that life is sacred. And so I'm excited that they endorse me as well.
Yeah, and we have that surprise mailer from Idaho Chooses Life that mentioned that they were endorsing you, and that was a super fun surprise.
Cool. Well, the campaign is winding down. Yippee. It's been a lot of work. It's been emotional roller coaster, but it has been incredible. We have learned so much and have come to know you and love you and appreciate all that you've done in helping us in this campaign.
Yeah, and we can't wait to meet y'all in person.
Yeah, it's just been an incredible ride, but yeah, it's winding down. So Sherry's been looking at the numbers. So give us some feedback, Sherry. Where are our numbers at and what's going on?
Okay, so as of Thursday, this is where we're at. There are about 8,900 that can vote in the Republican Party. And out of that 8,900.
So these are 89 that have requested ballots.
Oh, yeah. And this is just in District 30. And again, these are not exact numbers. These are just rounded up approximate as of Thursday night.
Numbers.
Okay, so again, 8,900 that requested ballots and can vote in this Republican Party election, primary election. We have had about 5,800 that have returned them.
Good.
So kudos to you that have returned them, but we have about 3,100 that are still out there.
That's 3,000.
100. Yeah.
That are sitting on people's kitchen table or kitchen counter. So how do we get those out? How do we get them to fill it out? Of course, fill it out, mark it. Kevin Cook.
Yeah.
Yes. How do we get them to fill it out, put it in the envelope, sign the envelope, and get it to the elections office?
And you cannot mail it. It's too late to mail. You've got to hand deliver.
The only way you can do that. Okay, so the elections office is closed today. They're closed Sunday. They'll be open Monday and Tuesday. So you can take it over there. But here's the easy way to do it.
Okay, now I think there's a 24-hour drop box.
Yes, there is.
So it doesn't matter if they're open or not. If you will just drive to 825 Shoup Avenue.
It's downtown.
It's right across from the DMV. There's a 24-hour drop box that you can deliver those.
So do it.
Today.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Anytime. Midnight.
In fact, here's what I really need you to do. So if you're one of those 3,100 that haven't turned your ballot in yet, okay, turn it in. But if you already have, can I challenge you to find 10 people today in your circle just to call them or text them or something and ask them, have you turned your ballot in? And if they haven't turned their ballot in, then encourage them to do so. I mean, really encourage them, okay? no violence, but encourage them to sign it, fill it out, and get it shipped off.
Again, because the deadline is June 2nd, which is Tuesday, and it's 8:00 p.m. sharp. So you're kind of running out of time.
You can't mail it. If you put it in the mail today, it will not get there.
Okay? Yeah.
So you got to deliver it to the drop box.
Yep. And if you have any questions, just reach out. You can reach out on Facebook. You can go to our website, or Kevin's website, kevincookforidaho.com. And there's a little button there that says Ask Kevin. And you can ask him any question you want, but we can also give you further information about how to vote or where to drop it off, things like that. Before we move on, I just wanted to address one little thing. People keep questioning how long you've lived in Idaho.
Yeah, so we even got one last night. But there's probably been 2 or 3 every week that gets us. And that's because my opponent is putting out the information that Utah's Kevin Cook moved here just so he could run for election. That's not true. It's absolutely not true. And he knows that. Here's the truth of it. We moved here 21 years ago. We raised our children here. They went to elementary school, middle school, junior high, and high school, even college in Idaho. Okay.
And moving to Idaho and Bonneville County specifically, because it's been Bonneville County we've lived in for 21 years. In fact, we've lived in Bonneville County longer than our opponent has. But anyway, moving to Idaho.
Twice as long.
Yeah, it was the best decision that we could have made. I mean, the absolute best decision. This is the best community ever. You guys rock. We just have such a neat community.
So we are Idaho people. In fact, I think as we talked about last week, so our youngest just graduated from Idaho Falls High School, and she'll be attending a university here in Idaho as well. So Idaho is us. We have potatoes running through our blood. We are Idaho
true
people.
Spuds.
so yes, that's who we are. So again, people keep asking, and if you would spread the word. Yes, I am a true Idahoan. Okay, and we've been here for a long time. But anyway, this week we had some incredible news, right?
Yeah, you got some great endorsements.
Yeah.
And I love these little surprise endorsements. Actually, almost every endorsement has been a total surprise.
Yeah.
It's just been incredible, the amount of support that you've gotten across the board. I mean, you have people that support you, which is what we need.
Grassroots people. Just good
it's just amazing at the diversity of support that you've gotten.
Yeah.
Anyways, share the good news.
It goes from farmers to doctors to educators, small businesses. I mean, it's just across the board.
Well, it's like every profession.
Yeah, you really can't just say, oh, look, he's so narrow.
He's only supported by this group. No, it's across the board.
And I am so grateful for that. I really am. I'm grateful for it. And I've enjoyed, because I went out and visited with them prior before the COVID-19.
Oh, yeah.
We went and talked with them. And so you'll see a lot of those things that I talked about and some of the endorsements from different people, small business owners across the board. So that was fun. But the endorsements.
Yeah, the endorsements.
The endorsements. So this was exciting. So we had Congressman Mike Simpson contact us, and he has supported us and endorsed our campaign. And that is great, because Congressman Simpson is a great friend to Idaho. And he has done some incredible things for the Idaho Falls area, Bonneville County. He is a great friend to the Idaho National Laboratory. And of course, we know what INL does for the state of Idaho. I mean, it's a huge economic boost for the Idaho Falls area and the state of Idaho. And so grateful for Congressman Simpson and for all he does for us and for his endorsement. But then the other one we got was the former governor, Butch Otter. And we've had the opportunity to meet with him. And in fact, we went to a
couple of different times, actually.
We were able to go to I think it's 2014.
Oh, I don't remember dates.
So anyway, we were there and at the governor's ball. And we met him and his wife several times and got to talk with him.
Even before that, remember the Republican buses that came through? We met him then.
We were over the bus tour.
Yeah.
And they came into town, and we had the Idaho Falls High School band come and play, and we roasted hamburgers and hot dogs, and Felt like a grease monkey by the time I was done because I had just grilled so many. But it was for all of the elected officials, the state officials. They had done a bus tour and they came in. So we met him then. That was fun. But just an incredible man, and did a lot of good for the state of Idaho as well. And so to have him endorse me was exciting.
And a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Great surprise.
Okay, so before we move on, we've got to do another shout out to a high school graduate. Jaden Jorgensen graduated, class of 2020 from Hillcrest High School.
Was it Hillcrest?
Yeah, it was actually.
All right.
Yeah, he is such
an amazing. If we're wrong, Jaden, sorry.
He's such an amazing young man.
So this is what he did. So this is really cool. Again, he's 18. So he went out on his own and researched myself and my opponent. He had looked at the Facebook pages, he had looked at the web pages and studied them out, and then kind of says, okay, I think I like Kevin. And so he looked at that, and then he reached out to me. He says, Kevin, before I support you, I want to know, I've got some questions for you.
Right.
And I thought, well, wow, an 18-year-old? And he told me he was 18. And so I called him and we talked for, I don't know, 30 minutes. And he had some questions, and they weren't softball questions. They were good, solid questions, and we discussed them. And then afterwards he says, okay, Kevin, I support you. I've done my research. I like the answers you give me. I support you. How can I help? I want to get involved. And I thought, well, let's see. He's 18 years old. I didn't know what to really think.
So you gave him like 10-yard signs.
Yeah, but all in all, I think he's probably put up 50, 60-yard signs.
Right.
And took care of that. And then he is the one that took and ran with our Honk and Wave campaign. That was he. He did that by himself. He went and got the people to help and stood on the corners. And he's done that probably 3 weeks. 2 or 3 times.
It's been longer than that. Yeah. He's been doing that for a while.
Just this young man will go places. You
need to remember his name, Jaden Jorgensen. Thank you. You've been a tremendous help.
But you know what? There's been lots of people like Jaden, but nobody is young.
Oh my gosh.
But the incredible, we thank you for all of your efforts.
Sincerely.
For standing up for me, for making messages and text messages and phone calls and just everything you did, and putting signs up and putting signs in your yards.
Well, and even they haven't followed you blindly. When questions have come up, they've contacted you directly and they said, hey, this is what we're hearing. What do you stand? How do you think about this? Because if I'm putting my name behind you, I need to know.
Yeah,
and throughout the camp, amazing people.
They've asked great questions. It wasn't just like, oh, we know Kevin, therefore we'll just support him. Now they've asked questions. Even some of my close friends and close neighbors says, well, what do you think about this? I need to know where you stand on that. And so it's been good. It's been great. So
yeah. Okay. We're keeping them too on a Saturday morning. But June 2nd, your ballot has to be in 8 o'clock, 24-hour drop box at 825 Shoup Avenue.
Find 10 people today and ask the question, have you got your ballot in? If not, help them get it in, okay?
And encourage them to vote for Kevin Cook.
Yep. So you have been listening to Breakfast with the Cooks this morning. Thank you. Join the movement, and together we will put Idaho first.
Okay, thank you guys.
Have a great Saturday. We'll see you.